Hi, welcome to the Harrison High School Guidance Department. We're here to talk to you today about planning for your education after high school. It could be a 4-year school, it could be a 2-year technical school, or an apprenticeship internship. We're located just around the corner from the main office and cafeteria, so be sure to stop by whenever you have a question.
Hello, I'm Ms. Suttman, and I am the guidance counselor for students with last names P through Z. I'll be talking with you about 2 important topics: college, apprenticeship, and military visitation days, and college financial aid. Starting with college, apprenticeship, and military visits, seniors are allowed to have 3 days throughout their school year, and juniors are allowed to have 2 days throughout their school year to visit colleges and/or take college military tests. These absences will count as excused absences as long as the student turns in the necessary paperwork to her counselor. So let's walk through these steps. First and foremost, the student needs to bring in a parent note specifically stating what day the student will be attending a college, apprenticeship, or military visit. This note needs to be brought in at least the morning before the visit, so there's enough time to complete step 2. The student then needs to turn in this note to his guidance counselor to receive this teacher's signature form. Step 2 is when the student will take this paper to each bell throughout the day and have his teacher sign on the correct line. Don't forget to have Margie Geisler, the attendance secretary in the front office, sign on the attendance line at the top. Once all the signatures are collected, the student will return this form to her guidance counselor, and we will give her one last sheet. This form is for a college, apprenticeship, or military representative to stamp or sign in order to prove that you indeed went to that visit. After your visit, please turn in the last sheet to your guidance counselor in order for the absence to be marked excused. Please see your guidance counselor if you have any further questions or need clarification regarding college and military visits.
Okay. Hi, I'm Mr. Barnes. You just heard from Ms. Suttman about college visits. I'm here to talk to you about the ACT and SAT. The ACT and SAT are national college admissions exams. The ACT is an achievement test measuring what a student has learned in school, while the SAT is more of an aptitude test testing reasoning and verbal abilities. By winter of junior year, students should sign up to take the ACT and/or SAT at least once by spring of their junior year and again the next fall. Students must register online. It is recommended that students take the plus writing section one time, as many schools require a plus writing score for admission. Registration information sheets are available in the guidance office. To prepare, download practice booklets from www.act.org or www.collegeboard.com. Most Midwest colleges require an ACT score. However, you should check on a college's website to see which test scores are required for admission. By September of your senior year, have your test scores sent to the college to which you are applying. Be sure to contact the ACT or the College Board to have your scores sent. Please see your counselor for any questions.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Barker, and I'm here to talk to you about the college application process. Mr. Barnes and Ms. Suttman have already talked to you about how to set up college visits and taking the ACT and SAT college entrance exams. Once you've decided what colleges you'd like to apply to, you now have to go online and fill out those applications. So once you're ready to apply to colleges, you're going to need access to a computer. And this is because most colleges only accept online applications now. If you have any problems accessing the internet or a computer, just come on down to the guidance office and we can help you and get you a laptop to use that day. So I've put 2 websites up as examples of where and how you can find the school's application. So for the first one, I used the University of Cincinnati. And most schools, you'll go on their home page. So for UC, it's uc.edu. And you'll want to click on admissions. And once you click on admissions, there's usually an option of undergrad. And with that undergrad, a lot of times it's freshman. And everybody here, even if you have already gotten college credit through College Credit Plus, you are a first-year entering freshman. So you can click on the freshman, and it'll bring you to the option of applying to UC or visiting campus. And at this point, you've already visited campus, so now you're ready to apply. You can just click on Apply to UC, and as you can see with UC, they use the application, the Common App. And the Common Application is one application that you can fill out, and then you can apply it to different schools. They have over 300 different schools that all use the Common Application. So UC, OSU, Miami, those are all examples of schools that use the Common Application. So if you just click on the Common Application site, it is there that you can then create an account and then put in all your information, start an account, and then fill out the application and tell the Common App what schools you want it to go out to. Now let's look at NKU, or Northern Kentucky University. Just like UC, you're going to want to, here they have an actual apply to the university. Otherwise, you can always look for the admissions again. But with NKU, you apply to the university, you're an undergraduate, and there they have their own application, their own online application. So they do not use, this is an example of a school that does not use the Common App. So here you'll have to create an account and fill in all the information, and then you can start their application online. Once you've filled out the applications, that is when you are going to have to then send in the transcripts. Now that you've learned a little bit about how to access applications, we're going to shoot over to Mr. Barnes, where he's going to discuss more about application deadlines.
Hi, it's Mr. Barnes, back to talk about college application deadlines. Keep in mind, each college has their own deadlines. Make sure you check the college's website for all application deadlines. Read all of the small print. There are different types of deadlines. For example, early decision is where students who apply under early decision to commit to enroll at the college if they are admitted and offered a satisfactory financial aid package. Application deadlines are usually in mid-November with a mid to late December notification date. Early decision is a binding agreement. If admitted, a student must attend the school or else lose a sizable enrollment deposit. Early action deadline is where students who apply under a college's early action plan receive a decision before the standard response date, but are not required to accept an offer or admission or to make a deposit prior to May 1st. Most early action deadlines are in November, December, or January, with notification some weeks later. Rolling admissions. In this frequently used procedure, a college considers each student's application as soon as all the required credentials, such as school record and test scores, have been received. The college usually notifies the applicant of its decision without delay. Open admissions. Under this policy, a college admits students without regard to conventional academic qualifications, such as taking appropriate high school subjects and receiving suitable high school grades and admission test scores. Virtually all applicants with high school diplomas or the equivalent are accepted. Most community colleges practice open admissions.
Hi, it's Mrs. Barker again. So now you've finished all your college applications and they're asking that you send your transcripts. Well, let me show you how to do that. All you have to do is come into the guidance office, and right by Mr. Barnes' door on the top rack are these bright orange transcript request forms. Just fill out your name, when it's due, and if you'd want it sent through Common App, Send EDU, or mail to an individual university. Be sure to fill out the name and address if we're going to have to mail it to that individual university. Then you sign the bottom, and if you're under 18, make sure your parents sign. The last thing to remember is we have to have these 3 days before they're due in order to process them in time and have them out in the mail. Well, that ends your college application process. So now I'm going to send it over to Ms. Suttman, who's going to talk to you about finance, how you can afford college, and how you can apply for scholarships and financial aid. Thanks.
My next topic I would like to talk to you about is financial aid for colleges. This is a pretty complex topic, so please come to your guidance counselor with any specific questions you might have. There are three main branches to this broad topic: FAFSA, it's spelled F-A-F-S-A, college scholarships, and independent scholarships. FAFSA is very important to get completed, as this is where many students find a lot of financial support. FAFSA stands for Free Application for Federal Student Aid. You may qualify for grants, which is money that you do not need to pay back, and/or loans, which is money you will eventually pay back, but it's usually at better interest rates than local banks. It's important to note that all 2 to 4 year colleges and universities require FAFSA to be completed in order to figure out how much they can offer you in scholarships. Some schools even have deadlines for when the FAFSA needs to be completed, so be sure to look up specific school deadlines. You and your parents can register for your FAFSA PIN information now at FAFSA.gov. Do not go to FAFSA.com, as this is a website that charges you for filling out the FAFSA form for you. Remember, this financial aid application is free. You and your parents cannot complete the FAFSA until after January 1st, which you will need your tax return and income information for. Your parents can use their last pay stub of the year to enter temporary yearly income information and then go back and edit it after they receive their tax information in the mail as well. For more specific information regarding FAFSA, we are holding a FAFSA meeting in the beginning of December, which is open to students and parents. A guest speaker will be there to answer any questions you might have. Listen to announcements and follow us on Twitter for an exact date and time. Colleges also offer scholarships for many things: academic and merit awards, athletic, minority awards, specific programs and majors, service, volunteer hours, and talent. Like I mentioned before, all schools require the FAFSA to be filled out before awarding most scholarships, so be sure to keep that in mind. Merit scholarships are usually based off of ACT and SAT scores, GPA, class rank, and rigorous coursework. Contact the college of your choice financial aid office for more scholarship information that may be available to you that is not openly advertised. Independent scholarships can be found through many different resources. There are locally funded scholarships specifically through our district that can be found on our guidance webpage starting in November. To get our scholarship webpage, you will go to the high school webpage and click Guidance along the top of the page, and then scroll down, and on the right-hand side, there's a link that you click titled Scholarships. This is where we list and attach any local scholarships. Some scholarships need to be mailed in, and some need to be turned back into me, Ms. Suttman, by the deadline. Pay attention to instructions, requirements, and deadlines. I am personally in charge of posting and collecting many local scholarships, so please see me with any further questions regarding local scholarships. Other independent scholarships can be found online. One specific source we like to recommend is fastweb.com. Again, that is fastweb.com. I would strongly recommend that if you have a junk email address, that you sign up with that email, as you will get a lot of notifications for any and all nationwide and local scholarships that you qualify for. And sometimes that can be a lot. For example, there are some scholarships out there for people who are left-handed. A takeaway message that we like to give our students in regards to scholarships is that you should never have to pay to qualify for a scholarship. These can turn out to be scams, and we want you to be aware. Thank you for your time, and I hope that was helpful regarding scholarships.
Thank you for spending your time with us today. If you have any questions, please come see your guidance counselor in the guidance office. And don't forget to catch us on Twitter at WHHHS Guidance.